What's your routine like at the moment? The
So
past
okay,
couple of
so
years?
I got the weight training quite limited because of my injuries. Like I tore a bicep and a tricep tendon and damaged my shoulder during my career, which means there's quite a big strength imbalance between left and right.
For those people who don't know, you tore your tricep once. Was it 3 weeks before you competed?
Yeah,
You still
insane,
won.
insane. Yeah,
And then the other one was a bicep one, but you were able to still train
yeah. The
with that
bicep
one.
I did 6 weeks out from the '94 Mr. Olympia, and I kind of trained around it. Wasn't Didn't affect my training too much, but obviously not ideal. And then '97, I tore a tendon almost like 100% tricep tendon. I think it was hanging on by 5%.
So you just did
And I
cut.
couldn't train, I couldn't do anything. But I'd been through it before in '94, and I overcome this thought in my mind that in '94 I tore my bicep 6 weeks out. And don't forget, at this point, I'd won the Mr. Olympia twice. And the second time was like, this guy's going to be unbeatable for a decade. Like,
Mhm.
he's just set a new standard. And if he stays like that, he won't get beaten. It's just got to stay like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to stay like that. I wanted to try and get better. So I was forcing it and I got injured. And I was like, here I am, top of the mountain. My career's over. That's it. Torn
Mhm.
bicep, really bad injury. Career's over. That was the dialogue.
And then with
Day,
the tricep one, you literally just did cardio for 3 weeks before the
yeah.
competition. You didn't tell anyone.
Well, the point is, like 6 weeks out, I had this thing with the bicep, and I had a conversation with myself, and I said, well, if you give up now and you blow your diet, and I'm done.
Mhm.
But how about if you say, look, maybe I can't make it to the contest, but let's give it a go. Let's give it whatever I can do, 100%. If I can't do this, I'll do something else. I stay on my diet. I'm in good shape. Maybe I can pull it off. And day by day, that's what I did. I pulled it off that time. So when it happened the second time, it was worse. It's 3 weeks out now. And this was totally debilitating. I couldn't train at all, couldn't lift weights for 3 weeks. So obviously, much less than ideal, but I don't know, maybe life threw these challenges at me because I was already at the top and I needed something else
Yeah.
as a challenge.
And it's good that I guess we didn't witness you getting beaten by
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah. Also that, I had a surgery on the tricep tendon, and as I wasn't happy with the prep and my condition on stage, I still believed that I was legitimately the winner, but it was not my personal best. And I thought, well, if I can do another year, maybe I will, to try to redeem that. But after I had the surgery, it was very obvious that the damage was too much and it was permanent, and also with the strength of the train, I just couldn't train the way I wanted to. So I do like light machines and dumbbells now for any upper body stuff, and legs. I was training legs quite heavy till a few years ago. I have some issues with my hip, so I just do leg extensions and leg curls at the moment. So I do twice a week in the gym.
Yeah.
I do twice a week on the road with my bike, so that's more like long cardio.
Mhm.
I do once a week, which is stretching, mobility based. So I do Pilates class at the moment. I've done a lot of yoga in the past. But I find yoga's irritate my hip as well, so I kind of ease that out. So I do some cardio, generally outside. Twice a week I go to the gym. I might do like an 8 minute hit interval, like 20-second bursts on the air bike or something like that. And just like 2 exercises for chest, 2 for back. I'm just doing it to maintain my strength and muscle mass that I have, keep that as much as I can. Not really, I'm not trying to put it back on again or
Yeah.
anything.
What were the exercises that caused the 2 injuries? I was curious to know.
I did reverse grip barbell rows. And what I was trying to do, I still had this mentality that I wanted to train out all the time, and I didn't want to really back off the weights coming into a contest, because in my mind it's very simplistic, but I don't want to start training lighter, I'm going to get smaller.
Yeah.
It's not correct. It's not correct thinking, but that was kind of my mentality, and it was just gung-ho 100% all the time. I mean, I was like 30 years old. I really felt like I could just walk through walls and stuff, nothing could hurt me. So I was training, doing reverse grip bent over rows 6 weeks out before the contest. And one thing, I was just training too heavy. I was doing like 6, 5, 6 reps. I was 200 kilos I was rowing with, yeah. So unnecessary. So I put myself at risk unnecessarily. And what I realize now is I go back and I'm thinking, where did it started in my shoulder, you know, a little bit of pain in the shoulder. And when I was going to supinate and get the bar, I started noticing the left one was kind of hard to get. I had to like squeeze it round. It was already tight when I was pulling the weights. So just, you know, looking back, but at the time I didn't notice it. So it probably started with a shoulder injury, which changed the position a little bit. So then I had more tension going through this arm, and yeah, it was just too heavy. And for a contest, your calories are restricted. You're doing cardio. You're not sleeping as well, because anyone that's done a real contest diet knows you just can't sleep because your body just keeps waking up telling you to eat, and you're like, no, I can't. So you sleep less, your body fat's less, you're dehydrated, you're tired, you're more vulnerable to an injury.
Yeah.
So I advise people that are helped now, like, let's just ease it back, because all you're doing really the last 6 to 8 weeks is just let's maintain what you've got, and while we're getting rid of the body fat and everything like that. So not to say that you should train light or anything, still train to failure, but maybe bring the reps up to 10 to 12 and so on, you know.